Cruise news time. Well, my cruise in Alaska has already been impacted by some news yesterday. And have you ever had 2 tickets to paradise ripped out of your hands? Well, that's happened to folks traveling on the Carnival Paradise. And I think I found the most unlucky cruise couple ever. Cruise news. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Lido, Loca. I'm your host for this show. My name is Young Anthony. No, my name is Tony B. My name is what? My name's Tony. I'm your host here with all of the cruise news and my views on it. Cruise news and views. Cruise news story number 1 next week on the 10th of August on Wednesday. Today is the 5th of August. Welcome again to the show. Next week on Wednesday, the 10th of August, I will be in Skagway, Alaska. However, I might have trouble getting to the port. There was another Rockslide at that port yesterday. It's a beautiful place, honestly, beautiful. The pier there is built right next to a rock wall. And, over the last few months, really over the last few years, those rocks have been shifting, resulting in now multiple rock slides. And the landslide brought me down. They basically brought my ability to dock in Skagway down. I guess I'll be taking a tender. Norwegian, the dock that they use, unusable now. Norwegian Encore was there yesterday, and instead of docking in Skagway, they had to tender people to the port. So I assume that will be my same fate unless they scrap Skagway altogether and go somewhere else. But Norwegian hasn't really been doing that. So I anticipate that I'll be in Skagway next week, but it'll take a tender boat to get there, which could make for some beautiful footage. The picturesque views behind the cruise ship as we tender into Skagway. I'm warming up to the idea already. How about that? Are you in Alaska? Have you been dealing with... Alaska's got a couple major issues, right? You got these rock slides in Skagway causing trouble, and then you got ships with propulsion issues causing trouble. And and the season's almost over. So just about another month to go in the season. Oh, dear Alaska, I know that you're happy to have us back. I believe it. But why so fickle this season? Are you impacted? Like by Alaska, not like impacted. I'm not impacted. Leave a comment below. It's a little number 2 humor for those people out there that like to go into the bowels of comedy. Cruise news story number 2. There's only a couple Carnival Fantasy class ships left, and one of them is the Carnival Paradise, sailing out of Tampa, Florida. I have sailed on the Carnival Paradise to Havana, Cuba, back in the day, as it were, back I think 2017. That was our second cruise. Been there, done that on the Paradise. And since I was on the Carnival Paradise, it was updated. There was a dry dock, and now there's going to be another dry dock. But a lot of people didn't see this one coming because there were cruises booked during this time. This will be impacting cruises from October the 8th through October the 26th of 2022. So just in a couple months, the decision has been made to put the Paradise into dry dock for refurbishments. The statement said, in our continuous efforts to enhance our product, Carnival Paradise has now been scheduled for dry dock. As a result, we're sorry to inform you that your reservation has been canceled. Deconstructed, Johnny 5. So I get it. It's that's the message, right? We want to give you a better cruise ship, and so surprise dry dock. I don't know. That's got to be a bummer for people. But, of course, there's going to be compensation. You can move to another sailing of the Paradise later on, or you can move to a comparable cruise ship you got your prices locked in. So all of those things. But the broad story, the bigger story is Paradise going out of service for the month of October, and hopefully she will return. I mean, we have seen some of these fantasy class ships go offline, never to come back. Dun, dun, dun. I hope it's not that. I do like the Paradise. I do like these fantasy class ships. What do you think? What do you think's going on? Leave a comment below. Now, I do need to describe to you a couple who I feel may be the most unlucky cruise couple ever, or at least the most unlucky cruise couple in 20 Deuce Deuce. But before I get there, let me quickly invite you to subscribe. If you like staying up to date with everything that's going on in cruising, please consider subscribing with the notification bell on. That way you don't miss out on any of these episodes. Thank you in advance. How many COVID tests have you taken in a week? I'm sure there's some healthcare professionals that probably test every day, but I came back hoarse. Can you hear it in my voice? The problem was I used my voice a lot, and I came back hoarse from the NCL. What was I even on? The NCL getaway, and I was concerned that maybe I'd gotten the COVID. A lot of people got the COVID on that ship, and so I tested on the day that I got home. I tested on Tuesday. Then yesterday I went for a medical procedure and they tested me. And then I tested this morning before I officially test to get on the cruise ship later this afternoon. So if we do the math, they're all negative, as it were. So if we do the math there, carry the 4, add 1, divided by 3 to 4. I've done 4 this week so far, and I will do a 5th one later on today. Now, what's the most COVID test you've done in a week? It's not a competition. I think I'm winning, though. Then look, let me get into this last cruise news stories, but 2 updates. I did go for my biopsy on my thyroid yesterday. Fine experience. Very well handled at the hospital. They took out a lot of stuff out of my neck. They sent it off to the pathology lab. CSI, I hope that girl with the pigtails gets to look at it. Sent it off to the pathology lab. We have to check in a few days to see whether it's good stuff in my neck or bad stuff in my neck. I don't know. We'll find out what goes on. But I'll keep you guys in the loop. And then I just wanted to circle back. We talked about movies the other day, movies you could always watch on TV. I didn't go and count it specifically, but the one movie that comes to mind, it seems like everybody can watch the Shawshank Redemption a lot. I feel like I've only watched that movie twice. Sometimes with sad movies, I mean, it's a deep movie. It's a good movie. But Shawshank, my good friend Andy Dufresne said that you should hit the subscribe button. That's a horrible Morgan Freeman. All right, Freeman. All right, I loved him in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. One more cruise news story. Let me tell you about this couple that went on a beautiful Caribbean vacation down to the Bahamas on a little bitty cruise ship called the NCL Escape. They went to escape their lives, as it were, to escape into a paradise bliss of Caribbean sands and conch fritters. Do they have that there? I don't know. Do you remember the story of the NCL Escape? Second day of the cruise, Whammo Blammo ran right into the sandbar. Not on purpose. It got a little, messed up. To NCL's credit, they were offered a full refund and a 100% future cruise credit. And that sounds pretty good. This is a Tampa couple. I'm not going to call their names out because it's just interesting. You can go find this story if you want to know their names. Why would you want to know their names? Let's call them Betty and Jughead. Jughead sounds derogatory. Let's call them Archie and Betty. Who was Archie's girlfriend? Archie and Betty, so they took their 100% refund, and I guess they put that back in the bank, and then they took their 100% future cruise credit, and they booked a May cruise to Hawaii. They were going to go to the islands of Hawaii, and that cruise, it got canceled. And I'm assuming that's on Pride of America. It got canceled, and the cool thing is they got 100% future cruise credit to use on another cruise. The couple took the 100% future cruise credit and decided to try another region, another cruise ship, another location, and they went to the Great White North. They went to Alaska and boarded the Norwegian Sun. And, that's the ship that hit the iceberg. That's the ship that hit the Growler. And their cruise was promptly canceled. And so now this couple, Archie and Betty, Archie and Wilma, Archie and Marianne, they are back in Tampa. However, this time they haven't gotten all of their funds back from Norwegian Cruise Line. And this is their biggest dilemma. So that's crazy. Is this the unluckiest cruise couple in 2022? Would you book another cruise? Would you just try to get your money back and hide in a cave somewhere? Craziness. Do you have any unlucky cruise stories? I've talked about mine before. Check out this. I feel like this is my most unlucky moment. I won't even describe it to you, but this was an unlucky moment. Make sure you check out this video next. Thank you so much for checking out the show. Sound off in the comments. Do me a solid. Have a great Friday. That's what I want you to do. And if you could sneak over and tickle the like button with your fingers or the mouse click. And if you don't, then I'm forced to punish you. And your punishment will be this: if you do not hit the like button on your next cruise, you're going to hit a 1968 VW microbus that's just happened to be water skiing. That could happen. I've seen it. I've seen a squirrel water ski. That's nuts. Do that. That's your cruise news. Those are my views. It's Tony for Lido, Loca. Till the next time. See you on the Lido. Bye.